Music Chart, and I'm happy to welcome Casey Donahew back to the Cluttered Corner, which is far more cluttered, I think you said.
Yeah, I need to bring you something weird to put on your wall.
Please do.
Yeah,
we appreciate weird.
I'll see what I can do.
Well, you're having quite a year, so maybe we'll talk about that.
Okay.
Okay. And got Lizzie, who is the Texas Music Chart editor, to check some things for me. And Small Town Love was #1 in February, and it was top 5 on the Texas Music Chart for 4 weeks. Lovin' Out of Control was #1 in the middle of August, and it was top 5 for 5 weeks. How's that feel?
It's good. You know, I'd have to go back and look and see since the beginning of time what our overall record is for top 5s. But it's great. You know, it just speaks volumes to our fans. I think that's where it's important. We've try to maintain that relationship with our fans through our career. I don't even 12, 13 years now. So it's crazy. We're still holding in there, and people still show up and see us play music. So we're fortunate.
Of course they do. What do you think the Texas Music Chart means to your career? Because it is fan-based.
You know, I think it just means we're still relevant, which is always
a good thing.
Always good to be relevant, and you know, it's just exciting that. How many years now?
13.
Y'all are 13.
14.
14 years.
I mean,
see,
yeah.
And that's about when right there after we kind of got going. I guess you guys were rolling a little bit ahead of us, and it's just I think it just speaks to the whole Texas music scene, really, the success of you guys, and we were able to find a niche, but it just shows that there's a fan base for an alternate sound in country music.
Well, you know, it's interesting talking about the fan base, looking at what you're doing. You're going back to Vegas for the 2nd time this year, or is it the 3rd?
No, this is our second trip to the Mirage, yes.
That's great. So obviously, and you're a team roper, is that true?
Yes, ma'am. I try to catch them when I can.
So you've got some rodeo associations as well as the music fan base. I think that's helpful.
Yeah, me and my bass player Steve, we team rope and still avid team ropers. And Steve actually rodeoed when he was younger and rode broncs, and just he had double Tommy John surgery on both elbows from riding broncs.
Wow!
And so he's been home 3 months in his first 2 weeks back, but he also raises bucking horses. So he's been traveling to futurities and had a couple of horses win the Texas futurity.
Oh, that's great. And people think baseball players have all the trouble.
He was struggling for sure.
Oh, I don't doubt that. Well, I was reading something about Burleson, which you are from, and seem to be pretty happy about that. And it says it's a really great place for children and young people. Why is that? Do you know?
You know, I think it's still, I think a couple years ago it was one of the fastest growing cities in Texas. It's like, when I was little, I guess, when we lived there was like one light in the whole town, one red light. Now there's 500 up there.
Oh, wow.
It's crazy. There's 2 high schools and 2 new high schools, and it's a giant city. But I think for a long time it's just one of those, it's a small town. I love small town America.
A real community.
I love small town Texas, and communities that are community based, and I think it's still, although it's scary how big it's growing, that it still has some of those elements that have that community based small town feel.
Well, that's good. Is Melinda, your wife, from there too?
She is. She moved there when she was 16, 15 or 16.
Oh, okay. So
yeah, but she was from there, same high school.
Right.
So,
gotcha. I'm going to ask you something because it's certainly true of my husband and me. We've worked together forever. You and Melinda run this business together.
Yes.
How's that? You like it, or does it get a little rough sometimes?
You know, I think it's as you probably know, it's tough to separate business and a personal relationship,
Yes.
and that's a constant battle. But I think also if your partner in life is your partner in business, then deep down that no matter what, they have your best interest at heart.
Yes.
So you can turn things loose. I feel free to let her negotiate something, or if she's working on something for the band, I know she 100% has nothing but my best interest at heart. So there's a comfort there. I think
it must be great.
That you can't find with other people.
I've noticed that you have a financial degree I was thinking that Roger Prager was the first musician I knew who had a finance degree. Is that a good deal? Has that helped you?
I think it's extremely important, and you know, I try to talk to young bands when I can about the business side of music. You know, it's scary, and there's a lot of pirates out there that are out to rob you for sure. And so, you know, it's important to be in control of the finances. It's the music business, and don't be fooled. The business is just as important as the music when it comes to.
Yes.
If you can't take care of the business, you don't get to make music.
Well said.
So
That just sums it all up.
You gotta stay on top of it.
Good. You have said before that you really like the 80s and the 90s country music, what we would call mainstream, and you mentioned Garth and George Strait, of course. And then you said you kind of started following Pat Green. Well, now you've got about 14 years in this. Who do you think is sitting around thinking, man, I'm going to follow that Casey Donahew guy? You'd ever think of that?
Yeah, you know, it's crazy. It's crazy to think I'm one of the old veterans now.
Too young to be an old veteran.
Yeah, I'm too young to be an old veteran, but it's flattering. You know, you see, you know, young bands and stuff that cover your music and you know, open shows, and they're excited to meet you and be around you, and it's just you know, it's humbling. You know, we're just regular guys, and I think that's been part of our success from day one, and we try to stay grounded in our whole band and organization. We're just, you know, blue jean and boots kind of guys, and we keep it simple, and you know, we're just normal guys, and we're just lucky to play music. That's all we do.
What song is the main song on the soundtrack of the movie of your life?
The main song on the soundtrack of the movie of my life. Oh my gosh, that is one of my songs, or are we talking just
I have no
general?
idea, whatever.
Oh my gosh. Is there a song called Chaos? Because that would seem like that would be pretty fitting. I got two little kids at home, and these 10 guys I travel with on the bus, and it's a constant whirlwind. You know, it's never ending swirling. Oh, man. My Life is a Highway, maybe? I don't know.
I think you should write a song called Chaos.
Yeah, I'm going to work on that for sure.
When the family gets together around the holidays, what's the story that your family always tells about you?
Oh my gosh, story my family always tells about me. Man, I'm so boring. Everyone always thinks that I have these great, exciting stories. You know, I like to go hunting, and I like to hang out with my kids, and I like to get outdoors and rope. And man, I don't know. I don't have a good one.
Okay. I'll see if I can't talk to your
I ran into a fence post when I was little, playing football with the family. Had to get stitches. I think I got a lot of stitches, like holiday stitches. When I was 1, I had to get stitches. I cut my lip open on something as a kid. Cut my eye open one holiday season. I wrecked a 4-wheeler one holiday season. I had to get stitches in my chin. So I think maybe stitches would be the title of my holiday epic story.
After you finish Chaos,
yeah,
you can
Chaos
write a song
and
called
Stitches.
Stitches.
Chaos will be on my new record coming out called Stitches.
Now see if you can answer this without thinking about it. See if it just rolls off your tongue.
That's how you get in trouble. I'll let you know.
What's Melinda's favorite color?
Favorite color? Golly, blue.
Look at that.
Oh.
He had an answer. We'll ask her next.
I'll have to look around the house now. Maybe gold, tiger striped.
So what would you like to say about your new record?
We talking Standoff? Okay. You know, this is it's a Casey Donahew record. That's the only record. People ask us how we make records, and I only know one way we make Casey Donahew records, Casey Donahew band records. The guys get together and we write songs, and some people, you know, I'm good friends with Aaron Watson, and he'll write like 40 songs, and they'll go to the studio and they'll record 40 songs, and they'll chisel it down to 10 or 12 or whatever, and I'm like, man, I write 10 songs. Actually, I usually write about 9 songs, and then we get to the studio and I make up one to get to 10. So it's, you know, I write songs that, you know, I don't finish something I don't like. So if I get halfway done, I'm like, man, I don't really like this. I kind of scrap it. So if I finish a song, we're going to put it on a record somewhere.
And you said we write Casey Donahew songs, so to me that means that they're generally fun, they're pretty well structured, and they're not going to keep you awake at night. Is that fair?
You know, I think we do I like to think we do something for everybody. It's kind of our records, I think, from the beginning to end. You know, I think we're really known for the party anthem and the you know, the fun songs, but I think there's some deep cuts in some records that you know, real fans, that when they go and listen to the record, they find something in there that appeals to everyone. We do a little rock and roll, we do a little country, we do some sad stuff, we do some heartbreak songs. Every once in a while we'll throw in a love song, but I've come to the conclusion that after years on stage, that love songs usually just make people mad. So, so we play all these fun party songs, and if you mix in a love song, that's when a fight happens, because people who aren't in love don't want to hear about love.
Well said, Casey. Well, tell everybody how they can find out where you're playing, where to get your music, where to get your merch.
The easiest thing to do is CaseyDonahewBand.com. Check it out. We have Twitter, Facebook, all that fun stuff. You should follow me on Twitter. I'm hilarious sometimes. And you know, go to the website. We have an app you can download on. I don't know if it's on Android, but I know we have an iPhone app that you can get all that stuff right on your phone, and come see us and make up your mind for yourself.
Great. Thanks, Casey.
You bet.